Up until now, there have been very few people that I've admitted this to, but I used to have a problem. Every time I got a pimple, I'd have to pop it. And the feeling that I got from popping that one would make me look for others to pop. When this started, I'd pop one, find a couple of others, pop those, and that would be it. Well, over time, I found myself at all times of the day nervously probing my skin with my fingertips in search of any pockets of oil to pinch out. This odd little habit of mine had gotten out of control. I was giving myself lots of scabs and scars, and one afternoon it occurred to me that this thing I'm doing, it must have a name. And I did find a name for it. Dermatillomania. That's what it was called until very recently, when the name of it was changed to Excoriation disorder. Some people refer to it as skin picking disorder. A lot of people, myself included, do not seek treatment for this impulse control disorder because we're embarrassed. The scabbing and the scarring they're seen by many as gross, and it's very, very difficult to explain to someone who doesn't do this why it is that you do it, what the appeal of it is, because the truth is, in my case, it was how gross it was that kept me at it. The popping sensation, the appearance of the congealed oil, I found it all revolting, but at the same time relieving. I'd never consciously start doing it. I'd fall into a sort of trance, begin doing it, and after a few moments realize that I was doing it, and once I popped one pimple, I'd have to pop another, and it would escalate into a sort of like hyper maintenance until finally I'd be covered in so many little spots of blood that I'd say, okay, stop, this is ridiculous, and I'd be done with it for an hour, maybe less. I'm very happy to say, however, I've beaten it. Really. After years of having done this, I don't do it any longer, and I can say with complete conviction that I'm not going to do it again. I tried a few things throughout the years, and the thing that worked best for me for a little while was thinking of the struggles of others. I'd think of other people I knew who were battling diseases and disorders, and that would make my struggle seem minor by comparison. I'd think, hey, if they can push on, given what they're up against, then I can avoid just doing this little thing. But that only worked for a little while. Here's how I beat it. I changed how I viewed it. I got mad, really. I decided to just regard each blemish, pimple spot, whatever you call them, that popped up on my skin as a challenge put forth by a bully. I looked at it almost as a mockery of my self-control. It was like this bully had just slapped this thing down on my skin and said, here, there it is. Yeah, go on, look at it, look at it. Just try to avoid popping it. Just try. You can't. No way. You're a loser. I'll just wait here a little while and you'll do it again. Because you're a total loser and I know exactly how you are. And you can't avoid this thing. You can't. I think along these lines every time I looked at a pimple, and after a very short while it really motivated me. I just envisioned these pimples as the work of this bully, but this bully who, through ridicule, sought to actually make me stronger. And this worked. The spots on my body that I picked regularly were my upper arms, my forearms, and my legs. And I'm very happy to tell you that those spots on my body, they're now as clear as they were when I was a teenager. I didn't exhibit excoriation disorder until I was in my 20s. I've got a couple of small pimples on my forehead right now, and yes, every time I look in the bathroom mirror, I do see them, but I don't look at them for very long, and I certainly don't touch them. For any of you out there watching this who have excoriation disorder, I'm not saying that my approach will work for you. I'm merely telling you my story and very, very sincerely hoping that this will work for you too. Regardless, I truly believe that in time you can beat this thing. I am no stronger or more disciplined than any of you out there, and I did it. And if I can do it, you can. That's what I believe. And I wish you success.